I thought it was pretty interesting what we were talking about this morning on the fact that there's quite a few organizations that are cutting out full bereavement departments, and its implication on our society is potentially disastrous, and how the job of a bereavement coordinator is getting more difficult.
That's true. It's getting difficult for hospices to get money to finance all the things they need to finance. Now, a bereavement department is mandated by Medicare. If you want to collect Medicare, you have to provide bereavement services. But now that can be interpreted in a lot of ways, from very wonderful bereavement departments that have one-on-one work and groups and all kinds of services, to just sending out a mailing once a month, and you can have volunteers do that.
So they're kind of in catch-22 there, where the funds being cut and wanting to maintain profitability and trying to find ways to deal with it. So it's a non-ideal situation for everyone involved. But anyhow, welcome to Grief and Loss Today. I'm Donna Brandenburg.
And I'm Andrea Harris.
And we're talking about today group work and the difficulties that a bereavement specialist faces and the future of bereavement, also bereavement care for people, because this is such a crucial part of the health of our society.
Yes, group work has become a real problem, and I've talked to many bereavement coordinators, and it's a problem, I think, number one, because we have a society that's very, very busy, but also a society that's very, very private. And we've talked before about how most relationships aren't perfect. You come to a group and you feel very comfortable saying, oh, I love this person so much, things were wonderful. But what if there were problems? And there often are. We're human. And so groups are difficult to maintain. And yet, a bereavement coordinator is often pressured into doing their group work because it's so much more expensive to see each of those people one-on-one, which they would probably prefer. So having a successful group is a very, very delicate and tricky thing to master.
I can imagine. Well, and it's so hard for all of us to share emotions and things unless we know we're safe. And if you take somebody who's had a huge loss, an out of control situation, put them in front of a whole bunch of people that they either don't know well, don't know the reaction or what, how, if they are truthful. And so that's a difficult thing the dynamics are difficult.
Yes, and so a lot rests on the leader to provide that safety, to make sure there are rules in the group about not repeating anything, to support people who have said difficult things in case others may have a reaction that isn't quite so helpful. There are really specific things that we can do to make a group successful. And the resources that we offer, we try very hard to provide those specifics so that it's almost like a recipe. You can go through and find some good ideas about how to do this successfully.
So when this is applicable to churches and to hospital bereavement workers, or to churches, to anyone who deals with somebody who's grieving, that there's simple ways to and techniques to make your effectiveness or the success of it become higher.
Yes, and when you can do that, people who would rather have seen you one-on-one often are helped even more because of the support of the group when you do it well. And you're right, it's in churches, it's wherever you may go.
That's fantastic. Well, we're here to help you help others grieve and also to help yourself.